Welcome to Let's Talk Everything CNA, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of certified nursing assistants, the challenges, and the triumphs that make this profession so extraordinary. We're bringing you the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and we're here to set the record straight. So if you're ready to be inspired, motivated, educated, and maybe even a little entertained, you're in the right place. We'll give it to you straight up. Buckle up and let's talk about everything CNA.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Everything CNA with Aisling. And I want to share with you that I had so much fun. I attended the Certified Nurse Assistant Nurse Educator Association Conference in Springfield. And I thought today it would be poignant to speak about that on this podcast today, because not a lot of people know that this association exists. And I'm not entirely sure how many members they have, but I can tell you that there was 200 people sitting in Springfield, and they were all glued to the updates and all the education that was being given. Now, for those of you that don't know, you can become a member of the Certified Nurse Nurse Educator Association for a very minimal amount, which is $20. So Certified Nursing Assistant Nurse Educator Association is a wonderful association. You get many great items throughout the year. You can join meetings, you can put your input in, and also have access as well to our auditors, who are phenomenal and are there for all of our success. A very big shout out to Tabitha, to Angela, and to Beth. They are the auditors for all of the certified nursing assistant schools in and around the state, whether you're a vocational school like myself or a community college, or whether you're a high school program. One of the things that I really noticed last week in the room was how much all of the nurses loved networking, meeting other instructors, hearing new ideas, and writing their notes down of things they were going to implement indeed when they go back to their schools. So as somebody who attended the conference as a school owner and not necessarily an educator, that shows me that there's a significant need for this educational component. So typically this conference is ran in April, and last year it was a one-day conference, and the feedback from all of the hundreds of attendees was please, can we have more time? So this year they decided to extend the conference to a day and a half. And now I'm saying please, next year can we have a 2-day conference? I can share with you that the breakout sessions were amazing. One of the presenters spoke about the importance and inclusion of LGBTQI+ students into our schools. And as the world continues to change and so many different cultures are here in and around the United States and indeed coming into healthcare, we need to equip ourselves better as business owners, school owners, and nurse educators on how to meet the students where they're at. I can also share with you there was some wonderful other presentations on dementia and on emergency procedures and on creative ways of instructing your students and basically having your students relate to the demographic that they serve as CNAs. Along with all of the educators, there was many questions about the test and could it be in different languages. And the truth is that even though we have an influx of many different cultures in our country, you have to have, and this was a hard and fast rule and they're not going to change it, your students have to have that 8th grade reading of English speaking capabilities and comprehension. And even if they were to put the exam in a different language, which they're not going to do, all of these people that are here, whether they're immigrants from different countries or they're nationalized citizens, from Europe, you have to be able to speak English. Why? Because this is an English-speaking country. And for that reason, your exam will be taken in English as well. So that is really, really important. And also understand that there has to be a comprehension of basic mathematical skills as well. So I encourage everybody to become a Certified Nurse Assistant Nurse Educator Association member. And I also would encourage all of those that don't know anything about CNAs or aren't so big on going to conferences to go to nurseaidtesting.com. And on that website, if you haven't been on it for a while, it has been completely updated and overhauled, and there's a whole section for instructors, for program directors, there's a whole section for students, and it has a lot of information. You can also get access to the Certified Nurse Assisting Nurse Educator Association there, and for $20 a year, let me tell you, it offers a lot. In addition to, I do believe they hold CE events throughout the year, and they have in-person and online meetings where you can actually get involved. And this is something that I'm always talking about. We can't be moaning and groaning about things that don't change unless you are the change agent. Your voice is important. It's important for other educators to hear where you're struggling with your students. It's important for other educators to hear some of the challenges that you're getting from either your administration or from your students in maybe some of your processes, your pass rates, or indeed if your students are having difficulty passing the state exam. All of these things are super, super important. So unless you get involved, nothing will change. But it is a great way to meet new friends and to build those strong relationships across the state in different counties, and to hook up with other people who might be in the same program as you, maybe a little bit ahead, and they can help you and we can all share resources together. So thank you again to SIU. Thank you to Randy Carey Ross from IDPH. Thank you to Tabitha and to Angela and to Beth, and also to Ruth, who oversees the CNA Association.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Let's Talk Everything CNA. Thanks for joining us. And remember, we're here to cut through the noise. No fluff, just the facts and information you need. If you found value in today's podcast, then please subscribe and share with fellow CNAs or caregivers inspired to become CNAs. Stay tuned for more episodes. Until next time, keep your head down, stay focused, and most importantly, stay informed.